Good morning, Nigeria. As always, TVC has our finger on the pulse and our eye on the streets. And we do our best on a daily basis to bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you live in. We begin today's first story in the police force, where the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered an immediate investigation into claims made by a retired police superintendent who alleged that he received only 2 million naira as his retirement benefit after 35 years of service. Now, the retired officer who left the force on the 1st of October 2023 has said in a now viral video that he was recently informed by the Nigeria Police Pension Board that his entire terminal benefit amounted to just 2 million naira, with an additional 1 million naira paid as arrears dating back to his retirement date. Now, expressing his deep dissatisfaction with this paltry sum, the officer appealed directly to the IGP to intervene and investigate the matter, calling the amount insulting for a lifetime of service. In response, IGP Egbetokun, through the Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, directed the Nigerian Police Force Pensions Limited to verify the officer's claims, audit the payment process, and take immediate corrective action if any discrepancies were found. The police chief has reaffirmed that the welfare of both serving and retired personnel remains a top priority and has stressed that efficient pension management is critical to maintaining morale and institutional credibility. While he also acknowledged the ongoing reforms within the pension structure, the IGP described the officer's public criticism as a valuable contribution to accountability, saying that such feedback plays a vital role in driving necessary systemic change. We need to take people who give us decades of our lives. We need to take them more seriously. We need to take their pension more seriously. He dedicated over 35 years of his life to the service, and it's good to see that the IGP is stalking the streets of social media and taking feedback like this. Let's take a look at social media. This is a tweet from the Nigerian Police Force. This is the press release concerning this. They said the IGP of police has launched a thorough investigation into the allegations raised in a viral video of the retired superintendent of police concerning the welfare and retirement benefits of police pensioners. The IGP has tasked the NPF Pensions Limited to urgently examine the claims, identify any possible lapses, and ensure that appropriate action is taken to address the concerns that were raised. Interesting. Moving on in another development, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, appeared to throw a veiled jab at someone highly speculated to be Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, during a public event in Abuja. Now, speaking at the commissioning of the Kubo bus and taxi terminal, Wike reminisced about his time in the People's Democratic Party and an earlier political visit to Anambra State. The minister says that during a visit, the unspecified host he was with served the delegation bottles of Crystal Brut, a luxury champagne brand known for its hefty price tag. Let's have a look.
We went to Anambra State for gubernatorial campaign. And when we finished that campaign, we went to somebody's house for entertainment. So I just sat down. Come and see the best of drinks. Crystal, this. So I called him. I said, sir, you're providing crystal champagne here. But every day you tell people that you wear only one shoe. You carry only bag, only you. But look at champagne here. Not just champagne, crystal. Why do we deceive Nigerians? Why can't we tell ourselves the simple truth? What you preach is not what you practice.
Now, although the minister didn't mention Peter Obi by name, many people online are drawing a connection to the former Anambra governor's well-publicized claims of personal frugality. In a 2017 public appearance shortly after leaving office, Peter Obi did state that he owned only one wristwatch, which he had worn for over 17 years, and traveled all the time with just 2 pairs of black shoes. Now, the contrast between Wike's anecdote and Obi's image of modesty is making people, speculate about a lot of this. And some people are questioning the authenticity of public personas that are sometimes adopted by Nigerian politicians, not just Mr. Peter Obi in this case. Now, while neither Wike nor Obi has addressed the speculation directly, of course, this is very, very juicy because we see a lot of times politicians pose to be one thing and not actually be that thing. I thought this was very, very funny. Wike does not mince his words. Let's take a look at social media. Brian says, so no one could actually accuse him of embezzling public funds, but only tackling his personal lifestyle or saying, what has he done in Anambra? Interesting. We'll take another social media submission. Akinola says, as long as it's not public funds they use, Obifi buy anything when he wants. Moving on. In a rare moment of integrity that has captured the hearts of Nigerians, a commercial tricycle rider in Abia State has been widely praised for returning a sum of 4 million naira that was mistakenly left behind in his vehicle by a passenger. Now, the rider has been identified as a man called Lucky Okoro, and he shared the emotional encounter on his Facebook page yesterday, describing it as an opportunity to do the right thing. According to his account of events, the passenger, who was a Cameroonian woman, had boarded his tricycle from the Aba Main Park and was dropped off at Ariaria. Now, the passenger reportedly forgot her bag containing the large sum in his vehicle. He said he noticed the bag, traced the woman, and found her in distress. He said he wiped her tears, he returned the cash, and even assisted in securing a hotel for her to rest. This guy overdue and recover from the shock. Now, this video you're watching right now shows the woman's reaction to the rider's act of integrity. Let's take a look.
He's a tricycle man. Someone forgot this money on his tricycle. He's about 4 million naira. He's the woman that has the money. Yeah, he's in Aba. Look at the money. See him having the money on his head. You can see good people in life. He's a tricycle rider. Look at the owner of the money here. You can see it. This is happening live in Ariaria.
Now, despite being mocked by his fellow riders who were calling him a mugu for his honesty, Okoro maintained that doing what is right was worth more than any amount of money. I think that this act of integrity stands in sharp contrast to the growing narratives we often see of distrust and hardship and everyone being, a criminal sometimes in Nigeria because of the economic things that we're grappling with. And it's a quiet reminder that character and integrity still matter. I always say the person you are truly are is who you are and what you do when no one is watching. But in these hard times, I don't know if I would have returned that cash. I'm kidding. Let's take a look at social media. Olayemi says, integrity and trust are a currency a man can spend. Very interesting. And Okoyo David said, Omo, this guy is a very good guy. In this hardship and poverty, chai, this guy is 1 in a billion, not a million. May God bless him. I'm not sure that I can do this. Very interesting. Team, what do you make of this? 4 million naira cash. He returned it. I thought that was very, very commendable, and I think that we need to highlight more stories like this.
The chairman of Charis once said that there are 4 different levels of currency, and money is the lowest.
That's, yes. That's profound.
And that the very first and most important is integrity. That's right. And that's the currency that Okoro spent the other day. Now, his other keke riders might call him Mugu, might do this, might do that. But I foresee a situation where one person in Abia State or maybe in Kano State or Abuja will call him up and elevate him because he has the currency that is most scarce in Nigeria and he has used it well. Well, Wike and his crystal champagne. My brother, it's good that you asked that question, but you also drank the champagne, isn't it? That's on the side. Politicians can say anything, do anything. Just before you came in on What's Trending, I was saying, why do they do these things and we have to sit down here and discuss and discuss? That's it. And for the IGP, I want to thank you for taking that viral video seriously, because that video is going to change the lives of, that's when the investigation is done and they find out the results, or they have the results of the investigation, it has the potential of changing the lives of a lot of policemen, both serving and retired.
Right, and I'll pick it up from there. Talking about the welfare of policemen, the question I'd like to ask is, at what rank did he retire from service? Because that's also critical to how much was being, deducted from his salary for his pensions, and then what transpired. Was it remitted? Was his pension remitted every month as at when due, or it was just what is left there that was handed over to him? So that investigation should unravel some of these things, because we see some organizations do not remit the monies necessary for the pensions, and so whatever is left, perhaps they just leave it there. And so I think this investigation is critical to know what happened between his remittances and what he was given at the end of the day. Is crucial, because the welfare package of any policeman is crucial to how they serve us and how they ensure that they commit to what is expected of them. For Wike is one person that is straightforward. Yeah. He doesn't hide. And so it is either you take him as he is or you leave him. So I like the fact that he comes out to speak that, okay, you are not practicing what you preach, because he sees himself as someone who practices what he preaches. He doesn't hide. He is who he says he is. So perhaps everybody should look inward and wonder, okay, am I practicing what I'm preaching? That's what he is pushing from that statement he made. That's my perspective. And then for the other story that we spoke about, the guy who, gave back that money, is the 4 million naira. You see, corruption and stealing is sometimes aided by the people around you. Why are people asking, why did you do that in this economy? He decided, you know what, it is not my money, I need to sleep well. And God will bless him for that.
Yes.
I totally agree with you. I'm so happy that we have people like that in this country. In fact, so many people, will do that. I will do that multiple times, no matter the amount of money. Even if I don't have a penny, I'll return it. Because it is one thing, integrity, as you mentioned, Etoma, and what you gain at the end of the day. You may not get the money. Some people will be saying that the woman should, bless the guy with some amount of money from that 4 million naira. Maybe you should give him, they'll start, sharing the money on behalf of the woman. No, the woman doesn't necessarily have to give the guy any amount out of the money. Thank you is enough, because who rewards you better? It's God. So that man was an angel for the woman, and another angel will come for the man from God as well. So I'm so happy with that. One of our pilgrims, in this recently just concluded Hajj, Ajia Amina or Zainab, also returned $5,000 to a Russian woman who lost, that money right there. That is a Nigerian representing us on the international scene. Politicians, all of them, they are all, I don't know what, just 6 and a half a dozen. What's the difference? So they throw jibes, so we should not get lost in their battle. The police commission, the IG of police, saying that, calling for investigation. We all know these answers now. We know the reason why these things are there. Because I know that this will probably have motivated some people, telling their fathers or their families in the police force, saying that, you see what had happened to that man? You need to think twice. And this should not be. Let's get to the root of this matter so that we help the Nigerian society through our police force, through every ramifications.
Absolutely. Team, I'll tell you what, after the week we've had, we all deserve a little bit of crystal, a glass or two.
Yeah.
I'll take it away.